For years, people said moi moi leaves only grow in the forest, but I've been growing them in my garden for over 7 years, and today I'll show you how you can. The botanical name is Thaumatococcus Daniellii. So if you don't already know, moi moi leaves can grow at home, but you have to be careful with this one because if you leave it, it will take over your garden. We call it moi moi leaf over here because it is traditionally used in Nigeria to wrap moi moi. Moi moi is basically steamed beans pudding. The leaves are also used in wrapping agidi, local rice like the ofada rice. It can also be used to plate your food. Before you grow moi moi leaves, you have to understand that it grows from a rhizome. A rhizome is an underground stem that produces new shoots and roots. Do you know what that means for you as a gardener? It means you can grow new plants by dividing the rhizome. So this is what the rhizome looks like. And with this, you can grow new moi moi leaf plants. And this is all you need to get a new moi moi leaf plant. It is so easy to grow. Each piece with a bud or an eye can grow into a full plant. Oops, I broke the eye. It slowly forms a clump as the rhizomes spread on the ground. And the best part of it spreading on the ground, your neighbors will benefit from it. So if you have moi moi leaves growing in your garden, be very sure that your neighbors will get it as well. Especially if you have planted your moi moi leaves close to the fence like I did. It can travel underground into their own garden and they'll start enjoying moi moi leaves like you. Let me show you a typical example because I have planted my moi moi leaves close to the fence. It has traveled all the way into my neighbor's garden. This is my neighbor's compound. This is their garden. I had to go over to make this video for you. My moi moi leaf had crossed over into their garden, but the funny part is they do not use moi moi leaf for anything because they do not know how to wrap food in it. But if you want to watch how to wrap food in moi moi leaves, I'm going to put a link to a video I made on how to make agidi jollof. You'll learn how to wrap moi moi leaves properly. So let's go back into my garden so I can show you how to plant it. If you're a food vendor or a restaurant owner, you're gonna benefit so much from growing your own moi moi leaves. And even if you're growing them at home, you can still get really large leaves. Because I've heard many people say that if you're growing moi moi leaves at home, you won't get large leaves. But look at how big my leaves are. And I am growing it at home. So once you have the roots or the rhizome, or if you're buying the seedlings, find a suitable spot. It can be in a shaded corner or it can be under direct sunlight. Moi moi leaf will grow anywhere you plant it. And because you're planting it for the first time, make sure that your soil is rich. If you want to know how to prepare your soil to plant anything, I have a video on that. So you want to carefully place your rhizome in the ground and cover with soil. That's it. Then if your soil is too dry, you can water it, but if it isn't, you can just leave it. If your soil is moist enough, no need to water them. Rhizomes store energy, so the plant can regrow even after the above ground leaves dies back. Even if you have clay soil, Moi Moi leaves will still penetrate the ground and grow. It will grow anywhere you put it, in a shaded corner or even under direct sunlight. So most people believe that this plant only grows in the forest because of how wide it grows. Every time someone comes into my garden, they say, oh, you have this leaf here. I thought it only grows in the forest. So what makes it grow in the forest? Nothing special. The forest has more space for it to go around because Moi Moi leaf loves to travel. So if you have Moi Moi leaf growing in your garden, it's a blessing to your neighbors because the people around you, it can travel underground and go to their garden. And they have Moi Moi leaves as well. So if you've just started growing Moi Moi leaf for the first time, plant them where the soil drains well, and if possible, mulch the base to retain moisture. And in a few months, you'll be harvesting leaves that money cannot buy. That's how the leaves grow. Look at that. And then it will just open up over time. To just open up. Now the leaves are so tender. And when it's time to cook, there is nothing like wrapping food in these natural leaves. I love our local food and I love the traditional way of making our local food, and these leaves make me feel like I'm not missing out on authentic local dishes. So I was going to include the health benefits of using these leaves to wrap your food, but I'm going to leave that in another video. Anyway, this is my lunch for today, and I used my beautiful fresh organic Moi Moi leaves to plate my food. So in here I have dry fish, I have eggs, and I have mushrooms. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.